Welcome back to another vlog. Happy weekend. It is Friday. We have a national holiday today, which means I had a lovely day off. I just got home. I had coffee with my colleague and we went for a little walk. Sorry, I'm still a bit out of breath. And then we met our other colleague for a drink and we sat in the sunshine. The weather is so lovely today. And we just sat outside and talked a lot. And oh, I have to show you, my colleague brought me something. My colleague has been making this dandelion syrup because there's a lot of dandelion in the garden of our workplace. And he already did this last year, I believe. And now he made a new fresh batch for 2026 and he brought us some and I'm very excited to try it. I might put it in an iced latte just to see if it works. He says that this is very similar to honey, so I'm excited to try this. And of course, I have to share with you what I'm currently reading. I am still reading Lost in the Garden. I have about 100 pages left in this book. I would say it's very bingeable, but I keep trying to finish it at night and I keep falling asleep. So I'm not being very successful in finishing this book. But I think I can probably manage this weekend because for tomorrow I have no plans and also I have the flat to myself. So I might just spend my day on the sofa with the dog and just read my way through this book. And now I actually have to leave again because we are having a little barbecue in the garden. So all of our neighbors are gathering today and we're having a barbecue. And I'm very excited to eat some food. I already made a bean salad this morning, which I showed you. And then I just have some vegan stuff that I can put on the barbecue. And yeah, but every neighbor is bringing something potluck style. And usually all of the neighbors are really good at bringing some nice food. So I'm excited to eat. But before I leave, I have to spend some time with Remy because she cannot come because there are two cats in the garden and she gets way too stressed because she wants to unalive them. And also Chris is not even here. I think he went for a run, so I might just wait for him as well. And then we can go downstairs together. I'm back upstairs. I am so full. I ate so much food. It was all delicious. I had a lovely time chatting with the neighbors, but I also have to say that my social battery is completely empty. And I spent so much time with people today that I need some serious me time now. I made myself some tea and I will now read my book, and it's not too late, so I might actually get a bit of reading done without falling asleep. And then I might go to bed early today. I also have to talk to Chris because we just finished the first season of The Pit. Remy is also decompressing. No, we just finished the first season of The Pit 2 days ago, and we have to talk about starting season 2 because I'm obsessed. It's easily one of my new favorite shows, so I want to continue watching. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow night. And for now, I will just read my book and decompress, and then I'll probably see you tomorrow. Good morning. I'm about to go for a run, but I quickly wanted to share with you that I finished my book this morning. I finished Lost in the Garden by Adam S. Leslie, and here are my thoughts. First of all, I feel like it could have been at least 200 pages shorter. It was very long for what it was trying to tell. Also, towards the end, there were too many twists and turns for me, and I felt like I was always running behind a little bit because I simply couldn't follow every twist and the way it was building up to the twist and why this was now happening and what the reason for this was, what the logic behind this was. And I feel like the author opened up too many possibilities, and it felt a bit as if he was struggling to wrap them all up in the end. So I have to say, at some point, I kind of tapped out, to be honest. And I know, especially when reading horror, you kind of have to suspend your disbelief, but a few of the plot lines just, or the reveals, didn't make any sense to me, and they felt a bit flat. I feel like he constructed this lore that then didn't completely make sense in itself. So there were definitely holes in the system that he created. And I'm talking about a system because this is folk horror, and there is a somewhat culty aspect to the story. And yeah, I've said this 1,000 times now, it didn't really make sense to me. On the other hand, this book had this very dreamlike atmosphere, and maybe he left some holes in his logic to play into this dreamlike world, and maybe wanted the reader to be as confused as the characters as they were trying to figure out what was going on. So maybe the author did exactly what he wanted to do. I'm just saying it didn't really work for me. I also feel like in the beginning there were definitely some pacing issues and it felt a bit slow to me, but also it was very bingeable at the same time. I read this in 10 days and it's quite long. So, but yeah, to me, it was trying to do too much and in the end didn't do enough in some aspects. So, I think that would be my rating of this book or my opinion of this book. In terms of rating, I stopped giving ratings on books, but if I had to give this a rating, I would probably place it at a 3 star. So yeah, Lost in the Garden by Adam S. Leslie. What was quite funny is that they were talking about this festival that was going on in this little town, and they had a maypole, and yesterday was the 1st of May, so that was quite funny and very fitting. Next up, I don't have anything that I want to read. I ordered this book, which I already told you about, and I have to pick it up, but I won't be able to pick it up from the bookshop until Monday. Today's Saturday. So I have to find something to read. I still have quite a few books on my TBR that I could tap into, but I will figure that out later because now I want to go for my run and I will listen to my audiobook on my run. I'm still listening to Lena Dunham's Fame Sick, which has been amazing. I love this book. It's so good. And otherwise, it's just a day to relax and decompress. I also have the flat to myself today, which is nice because I need some serious me time. I think I was so overstimulated yesterday, and I think I already talked about this last night. My social battery was completely empty, but also my me time battery is empty, so I have to fill that one up as well so that I can then fill up my social battery. Okay, I will go for my run now. Good morning. Happy Sunday. I pretty much spent the entire morning in bed watching The Nanny, reruns of The Nanny, which is so funny because that was my comfort show when I was still living with my parents as a teenager, and when I would come home from school, or also I was working at a petrol station. And my shift usually ended at 10 o'clock at night, and then I would come home, make myself some dinner, which was usually some chocolate muesli, and then I would watch The Nanny in bed. And it's so funny because now you can watch like a live stream on Amazon, and it just feels very cozy to me and very safe. So that's what I've been doing. I decided to take a little reading break. I finished my book yesterday, and I already told you that I'm going to be picking up my new book tomorrow. And I don't really feel like starting a new book from my TBR until then, because I really want to read the book that I ordered and maybe also have a little browse at the bookshop. Um, so yeah, I'm taking a break, which is fine. Reading is not a competition, it's not a race. You can take a break, it's fine. And now I'm just having my second coffee of the day, and I want to put up a poster that I got when I was in Berlin. We went to the David Lynch exhibition, which was as surreal as David Lynch's art and movies are. I can't believe I saw it live. But I did get the poster, and I ordered some frames because I want to put the poster into a frame and then put it up on the wall. And then put it on the wall. I'm 36. You cannot put posters just directly on the wall without framing them when you're 36. That's kind of the rule. So also I want to preserve it forever. So I might do that now before I make some lunch. It is super hot outside. The weather is supposed to turn at some point, and the forecast is saying that there might be some thunder, which I'm not that excited about because Remy is quite scared. So fingers crossed it's not too bad. But after lunch, my friend Anto is coming over, and then we're gonna go outside with Remy. We also pre-ordered some treats at this little bakery. If you've been here a little bit longer, you know the bakery that I'm talking about. It's very close to our flat, and I ordered 2 cardamom buns and something else. Don't remember what it's called, but she told me it's the pieces that are left over when they are making croissants, and then they put some caramel on it. I'm not quite sure. I will show you. And then we will and then we'll be back here to do our double feature movie marathon. And I forgot the titles of the films we're gonna watch. I will let you know later. And then tomorrow I have a whole day to myself. It's my day off. And also Chris is on holiday, so he will take Remy for the day, which means I can go to the bookshop in the morning. Then I will go to my favorite cafe, might go to the gym, and yeah, very excited. Okay, but let's see if we can put David into one of the frames and then get him up on the wall.